Medical units stand by. 30 seconds to contact. 20 seconds. 15. 10. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
We got him. Let's go.
Good evening and welcome to art aficionados and comic book connoisseurs to another episode of Proof of Comics, where we're here making comics live, competing against the AI who are going towards their imminent takeover. And I am joined with my co-host tonight. We've got
a man that I call Bob.
What the fuck?
Are you there, Billy Bob Sack?
Yep. Let me make the guests more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Ain't no black protagonists in Nintendo games, boy.
There you go. Billy Bob Sack is our resident gremlin of the show.
That's right.
How you been, Billy?
Tired.
Always tired.
That's right.
It's a
I think you
trademark.
woke him up by playing his intro.
Good. And we are joined here by Wrangler from Frequency Studios.
A whole lot of hola, everybody. Hope everyone's doing okay tonight. I'm doing all right. Just been getting my butt handed to me by 9 Souls. I don't know if I'll ever see the end of this game.
9 Souls. I haven't played
Yeah.
that one. I'm not a gamer yet. I haven't gotten my my console. Ooh, that's looking good. So, yeah, we've got a special guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got TJ Murphy in the house.
Hello.
TJ Murphy is an artist, a fellow artist I've met in El Salvador, which kind of sounds like a lot of name drop in here. And we met back at the Adopting Bitcoin conference a couple of months ago. We're both artists expoing at the Art Expo. You had a large piece, I remember, that was also featured in your book.
Yeah, I had three things that I brought featured in my book. Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, go right ahead, man.
Dive right in.
Sure, let's go.
Let's see. It's stuff I brought to El Salvador. Let's see. Was this one? This is Sunrise in El Zante that I did. I took the picture a couple years ago after adopting Bitcoin. And it was one of the pieces they had on display. The other one was...
So you were returning to the conference, like this was your second Adopting Bitcoin conference?
Third one. I had come out for, right when they adopted Bitcoin as legal tender in 2021. I went out for that one. And then the next year, and I missed a year, and I came back for this one. This was the first time I actually like brought stuff, and I was a speaker. This was one of the pieces.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
But these are all from this big thing that I'm working on to create a rock opera, monumentalizing the origin story of Satoshi Nakamoto as a romance. So we have no idea who this person is. So what if it's two people engaged in a romantic hero's journey? Bitcoin is the product of their union.
Absolutely.
Incredible. I got a drawing tip for you if you'd like to see it.
Please.
So Mignola sticks Hellboy in front of the window for a nice bit of negative space. He leaves out some colored lines to hint at the shape of a window, adds some very interesting background details, and covers everything else in black. This is, of course, not the only way to draw focus to the stage.
You must always draw focus, you know?
Draw focus to the stage.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
We learn something every week. Unfortunately, it's the same thing, but, what are you going to do? There you go. And are you working on, because when I met you, you showed me you were working on a series of portraits of people in the Bitcoin space, correct?
Yeah. This is what I'm doing right now. These are speakers at the conference in Cape Town, which I'm going to next week. And I've done this a couple times where I'll bring portraits of the speakers to the conference as a way to like start a conversation. We're like, look, I did a picture of you, and I struck up a bunch of good conversations that way. These are people at the South African conference. I met this guy in El Salvador.
Sweet. Oh, that one came out really well. Yeah.
Yeah. And I met her in El Salvador as well, Kushbu. But just as a conversational game, but like, look, I did a picture of you, and that's like got me into some fun parties.
Yeah, that's always a good opener. I've got your picture. You just have to make sure not to come off as a stalker, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And you said Cape Town in Africa, correct?
Yeah, South Africa.
Wow, man. Is that the first time you're going to to Africa?
Yeah, it's Africa at all. It's definitely the farthest from home that I've ever been. I live in Seattle now, and I've traveled to Western Europe and Latin America. And I've been to Montreal a couple times.
Montreal's a mythical city. We don't believe in Montreal.
Is that right?
No, because it's the story. It's where the city where my story takes place, and it's just like a running gag because a lot of Americans are not sure what Montreal is. So it's kind of a running gag. It's a mythical city, of course, but no, we know it's real.
Oh, I thought there was a type of cheese.
Now that's Montebello, or is that a city? Let's see where we lack an education in some aspects.
But yeah, it's South Africa. I have a friend that lives down there, turns out, in right near where this conference is going to be at. And he and I were working on another project, and Bitcoin is part of it. Actually, it's to do a documentary on the making of this thing.
Oh, sweet.
But he's a documentary filmmaker, so he's like using me as his subject, and that's really flattering. But he's like, if there's there's an event. It'd be good to anchor this film to an event to like wrap it up. So if there's a conference or something you want to go to, let me know. I was like, how about this one in your hometown in like next month? So,
You can even pay for the transportation. It's just a bus ticket. It's
yeah,
like,
right. He's let me stay in his place.
oh man, that's a good coincidence. It works in really good ways sometimes. You just
Yeah.
meet the right people at the right time, and it just opens up a lot of doors. As you say, art, I believe, can do that as well. Like having a project, having something to show will just open a bunch of doors when you start traveling, when you start going to events
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, it gives you a reason to focus on developing. I'm finding as like I'm just leaving my corporate career to focus on art.
Just
It's been
now?
like yeah, like really just now. I just quit my job that last we talked I was working at. But like yeah, art's been a side thing for me for a long time, and I promised myself that I would get to it in a serious way once I felt like I could be stable and not starve. And I'm
I
like
hear you.
finally in a place where I can do that. And yeah, that feels good.
Awesome, man. Well, congrats on your new chapter in life. That's freaking awesome to be able to devote like most of your time to your art. I was
Yeah,
going to say all of it, but you can never devote all. There's always other
yeah.
stuff you got to get done. But
So I'm super in like a learning mode. I'd love to learn from people who have been doing this for a while, like how to actually make this work.
yeah, man, I've got started pretty much last year on this comic, and it's
Yeah,
not out yet, so I'm still on the path. And but it's getting close. 3 more pages, and the penciling milestone is complete. Got to go back and do some inking, and then I've got
yeah,
someone else working on the colorist, another Bitcoiner,
that's cool.
and hopefully that'll get done pretty fast, and then I can get started on the next one because these are stories that are meant to be in a serial
Mm.
fashion. And
So let's make this controversial now. What's your opinion of the Hawk 2 coin situation?
I was so sad to see her go that direction. Like she was kind of sweet and innocent and like a little vulgar, but like sweet. And she launched the car, and I'm like, no! And I messaged her. I was like, Haley, no!
she was in Nashville when we were there, Billy
Yeah,
Bob. I went to the Bitcoin conference there when Trump gave his what do you call it, speech or whatever. And she was in the place. Someone got her tickets or something, and she even took pictures at the booth we were staying at with pennies for Bitcoin.
no
So,
kidding.
which is appropriate. Hawk Tua
Yeah,
at the pennies for Bitcoin makes a lot of
yeah.
sense.
She's probably gonna go to jail. Like of all the scammers over the years in the shitcoin space, like she's gonna be the one that actually the law gets stuck to. It's a tragedy.
She's not being sued. It's all their companies. I think they were smart in building a legal moat. Like they
Oh yeah.
registered everything in the Cayman Islands, and so
Well, that's
it's
good.
not
I
a
mean,
scam at all, guys. It's
yeah.
totally legit.
I'm just amazed that this just been going on since 2017 ish, and like people are still falling for the same shit. Just I guess it's somebody was talking about the perpetual fall or something, like perpetual freshman. There's always a new class of somebody to get screwed.
Yeah, a new sucker born every day,
Yeah.
right? It's the saying. So yeah, we don't recommend you put all of your savings into Hawk Tua.
Listen, you never know. It might blow up one day.
It
Explode.
might. I mean,
It
people.
did that one day.
Yeah, and
Just like I got lucky with that email from the Nigerian prince who needed money.
Yeah.
he really did give you his inheritance.
Oh no, he took all the Hawk Tua coin. Now he's stuck with it.
You paid the Nigerian prince in Hawk Tua. That's brilliant, brilliant. I love it. So TJ, so if you're just getting started into it full time now,
Yeah.
but you've got your book came out this year as well. Like this is a recent.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. This has been in progress for a couple of years. After the 2022 Bitcoin El Salvador conference, I met Tomer Strolight is like a Bitcoin personality. He's got some really good writing. And DJ Valerie B. Love was one of the MCs at this conference, and they had this idea to make a rock opera, and I like joined on this project with them, and we were for a good 6 months like really seriously working on it as like a creative collaboration. And everybody had to go do jobs that made them money, but I kind of I kept at it. And brought it to a point where I could have a physical object that I could show to people and start like bringing to conferences and stuff. Do you want me to flip through it?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah,
I could give a quick synopsis. I'd love to get the writer on the call's opinion about all this stuff. Okay, so the story, I'll flip through quickly. This young man, he's born awake to the beauty of the world, and he sees the patterns in nature, so he studies math so that he can understand them, and he wants to make a contribution of the world, help make the world a better place. So he studies, practical math career kind of thing. And he goes to work, and he finds that his skills are being abused. He's working for the central bank or the CIA or something that's like part of the systematic corruption in the world. And so
party. I got you.
He falls into a deep despair where he tries to fight it, tries to turn the system against itself, but it's not working. And he comes to the point where he thinks that the only way that he can help anymore is to take himself out of the world. So he's in a dark place, and he's rescued from the brink of oblivion by this angelic vision or a goddess vision. Got the Maiden Mother and Crone kind of Celtic goddess symbolism. And she tells him that he's got a purpose. His skills are precious. He can be redeemed. He can do something good in the world still. So she takes him on this voyage back to childlike innocence to rediscover the basic goodness of the world. So he awakes from the vision. He's reborn with a new purpose in life, and he dedicates himself to the path to do something, to do the hard work, to do something that's going to use his skills for good in the world. And then he meets a collaborator, somebody who has got a similar but opposite background to him. She's been on her own path, and they come together to work on this thing. And they're coming from opposite perspectives on things. So like through their conflict, they resolve the issues that are like, fundamental to this project. So she helps him strip away the complexity to like mimicking nature, Occam's razor, like the simplest possible solution to this problem. And they work on the thing together. But they realize that he can't deliver it into the world because of his past. It'll corrupt it. She needs to be the one who delivers it. So she'll be the messenger, and she takes on the risk of this, bringing it into the world. And she delivers the message, the white paper, into the world, and the Kraken, the forces of evil, counterattack and threaten to overwhelm her. At her moment of direst need, he shows up with their allies, the cypherpunks, to pull her out of the fire.
Yeah, that one's my favorite.
Rescue her. Yeah, it's mine too. And I've done a bunch of versions of this. The cover is based on this as well. And then they leave a beacon on the hill to inspire the rest of the world, and they sail off into the sunset to live their lives in peace the way they want to. And this, like, the tie into the real true story of Satoshi Nakamoto is whoever they are, they left. Like, it's one of the most important things they did is they stepped away from the whole thing, whatever fame and power they might have had, and are doing whatever they want to do with their lives, which I think is a beautiful story. Ultimately, like the purpose of this is to inspire a journey of self-sovereignty. Like I discovered Bitcoin on that path for myself. Like I had a philosophical bias that was oriented towards that kind of thinking, and Bitcoin is a tool to make that happen. So our heroes get to live on in peace. Their allies have to carry forth the torch because the world's ours to build. We now have to take this tool and fix the problems of the world with it. So,
man, that's freaking incredible.
Thank you.
That's absolutely beautiful. The colors stand out so much. Like even on camera and a small display, like they're so beautiful.
Thank you.
And you've got a unique approach as well because you work with projectors. You were telling me, right?
Yeah. It's ultimately these are all watercolor pastels.
Yeah.
But I'm composing the images digitally, stitching together other images in Photoshop, so that I get like the composition I want. This is like 5 or 6 Mid-Journey generated images that I've stitched together
Right.
to
So
like
you
make
do the
into
digital altering, and
Yeah.
then you project it, and then it's hand.
right.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, it's honestly like as my drawing skills are not the best. I've worked a lot on learning how to do watercolors, but like actually like drawing from life is kind of beyond me at this point. I'd like to develop those skills better. So I'm working from photographs and digital stuff at this point mostly.
You got the colors down really good. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
That's been where I focused. Yes, working on color theory.
Exactly, man. Focus on your strengths, and
You can't focus. You got to focus.
you gotta
Yeah, that's
focus. Yeah,
focus.
bring focus to the stage.
Fuck
as
yes.
we say. And I'm curious, like all these Bitcoin portraits. How did it start? Like, which one was the first one?
Hang on, let's see. I probably got it. Oh man, there's so many. My ex-girlfriend dressed up like a clown. This is from Swan. This guy works here. Swan people. Here's
Oh, I recognize him. That's
Walker.
yeah.
Walker America and Carla, his
Walker.
wife.
Yes, from titcoin.org.
Yeah. They're I love their humor. They're fabulous.
But you know that comes from Satoshi, right? Titcoin.org.
Really?
It's true. It's true. It's I'm not kidding you. It's in his collected writings. He was half jokingly thinking of calling it Titcoin so it would catch on more. So he registered Bitcoin and Titcoin.org, and today Walker's the one that has Titcoin.
No shit.
No shit.
I think I saw Walker post about that, and I assumed it was satire. That's a true story.
I believe it is. Yeah,
shit.
what I've seen are screenshots, so I believe it is. Unless someone fact checks me, but like fact checks are out this year, I guess it's community notes.
Yeah,
So be sure to community note the bottom of this video.
Speaking of that, you did see the stuff with Facebook, right?
Say again.
You did see the stuff with Facebook, right?
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg now understands the value of free speech now that they...
It was so like
Now
sure,
that the
sure,
government's
Mark,
not breathing
sure.
down his neck.
So did he convince you guys that he's a human now, or
No, still a robot.
still a robot?
He's a robot with the program of oh shit, America's not as woke as we thought it was.
No, I now believe he's not a robot because he's too easily pushed over.
Yeah,
You just got
robots are more
the, you just
stable.
got the new programming that these big companies are finding out. That's all.
Software update.
Yeah, nothing different.
Yeah.
Trust me, no
Could be.
genuine emotions or morals were thought of in that video posted at all.
That's true. Self-preservation can be a program.
I want to say, TJ, I really appreciate you like taking the effort to art stream with me, because you're the first guest
Oh, cool.
to have art streamed, not counting you, Billy Bob, who drew Muhammad 2
Yeah,
episodes
Drew
ago.
Muhammad.
That's
It
awesome.
was a fantastic drawing. I really got his snaz right, you know.
Yeah,
I hope
no,
you're in a
you
safe
guys-
place. You're not
You guys got to draw your AI interpretation of Muhammad by giving him like 6 fingers or something.
Does he do?
And
Does the AI draw Muhammad? Is that something that
that's
he?
I'm gonna learn that right now. Let's see.
Yeah, I have no idea. But
I want to see it.
AI gotten better with hands because
Make
hands
sure you're
always seem
using
to
a
be messed up.
VPN there.
Is that how you spell Muhammad? Let's see. Just do a picture of Muhammad. Let's see if it where did it there.
Let's see how fast we
Okay.
can crash this stream.
All right, it did a picture. This is a guy in a Arab-looking guy. I guess Muhammad could look. We don't really know.
There is.
Well, he was like 60 years old.
Oh, we got some chats over here on Zapstream. So I don't know if you know what Zapstream is, TJ.
Ah,
So it's the YouTube of Noster.
ah,
So basically, you use your same Noster key pair, and go in there. And so we have the great Gazoo, who is saying nice flip through. And he zapped us 21 sats.
Nice. That's amazing.
Yeah. So we have 3 viewers on the Zap stream.
Cool.
We appreciate you.
Now I want to know, will it show us Muhammad fighting Aladdin on a Street Fighter set?
All right, let's see.
Here we go.
Fighting Aladdin.
We're just missing James here, our AI expert and legal counsel.
The problem is we could probably get, because he has like the really good AI program shit.
Yeah, James has got the good stuff.
We get him to put the prompt in.
I use a little bit of Grok, and I started doing some audio AI stuff too.
I don't think I've ever used unless a search engine or spell check counts, but
yeah, I don't know how you define it. It's so like there was AI in
it's
video
woven into
games.
everything now.
Yeah, but now it's like it's the first default option in search engines now, right? Like Google will give you an AI suggestion.
Yeah, and that shit is horrible. Do not. First of all, like it's most of it's bullshit. Like, do not use that function. Do not use that as an actual fact. All right,
we got
when you search stuff. Don't.
Ooh,
we got
Midjourney's take on Muhammad fighting Aladdin, and it could be like, yeah. I don't know if it's enough to be offensive though. Like,
you
got to tell the AI up the offensiveness. Until the filter comes on.
I mean, if you want to go offensive, we can. Muhammad outside of an elementary school.
Yeah. Oh snap! Yeah. I was gonna say put a 9-year-old girl in it.
Do not let those keystrokes.
Put Muhammad in a white van with King.
But all hell is gonna break loose, and you're gonna need a Bitcoin.
Oh, and canceled.
All right, let me go back to my non-Muhammad drawing here.
The funny thing is, I got to do a how to draw art stream with Animated Moon. I think he was wanting to do that and how to animate and stuff.
Oh yeah,
like sure. Might be fun.
All right, we're getting something.
All right, let's see.
What do we got? Yeah, he looks like a predator.
Oh man,
with ice cream in his hand.
Holy shit! I don't know what's going on there.
I'm surprised the AI doesn't have censorship for that stuff.
That's pretty good.
Damn, that's a bit too spot on. Eh?
Oh my god!
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
All right, you know what would be really fucked up is someone does like the AI like video thing, right?
Yeah.
And you do like a documentary style of Muhammad like in his natural habitat praying at the school. It's so fucked up joke, but you know.
This might start like the Great Holy War.
Yes.
Get it narrated get it narrated by a Steve Irwin impersonator. Here he is in his natural habitat. Crikey.
No.
Go grab him by the turban.
What's the one that was used for that Disney one? He was a big voiceover dude. You remember the Disney AI video, right? Who was the name of the voice for that?
No, don't recall.
You don't remember that the Death of Disney video?
No.
It was actually like a really well done like AI voice like mockumentary.
Maybe I did.
I don't think I've seen this.
Find it. You've seen it, Frequency. I know you have. I have to remember the dude's voice. But that one would be great.
Yeah, that shit's pretty good now. Like we're getting closer every year.
Yeah.
So suddenly everyone's gonna like, Morgan Freeman, I own your voice now.
Well, all the actors have been digitized, and
well, they have to. This has been a thing for a very long time. Is them signing the rights away for their faces and likeness. That's why Bruce Lee, like his family is able to sell his likeness for fucking commercials. That's why he was in like a Snickers commercial.
Really?
Remember that? The AI, or not AI, but like CGI fucking generated Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I have a hard time with those.
Yeah. Like, so you can, but should you?
Right, exactly.
I don't think a family should be able to fucking sell their, like, at any point, their family's likeness.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the line of kind of like, I don't think so.
But when you see a commercial like that looks like has Bruce Lee's face pasted on something else, I don't know. For me, it doesn't inspire buying the thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, it does feel a little cheap.
Anyways, Frederick, tell us what you're drawing right now.
So I'm at page 21 of this amazing comic book called Rattel. Rattel is French for honey badger, TJ.
Nice.
And this was the page 20 that I finished earlier today. Can you see it? You can see it.
Better see some Dragon Ball influence in that. Just saying.
Listen, I got slanted panels. It's like it was a manga.
Listen. I need you when he hits that fucker in the face. I gotta really feel the impact on that drawing.
This is gonna be big in Japan, I'm telling you. And so, yeah, it's exciting. So I'm at page 21, which is exciting because we got 21's a Bitcoin number, right? 21 million. We've got a Bitcoin guest, and our first Bitcoin guest is also our first who's art streaming as well. So you got like 2 points in your direction there, TJ. And so, yeah, super excited. Like I'm 3 to go to have completed the 24 page.
He's technically not our first Bitcoin one.
No, not our first Bitcoiner.
For simultaneous Bitcoin and art streamer. I'll take that.
Yeah. Who was our first Bitcoiner?
What's his name? Starts with a P. It was during election night.
Oh, Pablo. Yes.
Pablo.
Correct. Yes. No, but as an artist, that's right.
As an artiste.
There we go. Got enough asterisks on there for it to be.
Oui, bonjour. Oui.
So, have you seen what's happened to the dollar lately, TJ?
And over a longer time horizon, how concerned are you about the potential impact of the dollar's status as the world's reserve currency?
Yeah.
I lost the sound there, sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. She dropped the sign for the Fed. So we're saying like, how confident are you with the future of the dollar in the years to come?
I am happy we got the Don back in office.
Yeah,
that's gonna be something. In what, 6 days now?
When does he take office? I know it's certified on the 6th of January, and then
the 20th.
Yeah, 20th is the what do they call it? Not the assermentation,
okay.
But
I do gotta ask you a question. Are those tweets actually real? The ones where he's like joking about Canada becoming the 51st state?
Well, all the journalists are saying it's a joke. All the politicians are saying it's never.
No.
Happen.
Like the tweets actually, the ones I've actually seen, are those actually real, or someone?
I think they came from him. As far as I know, it's like genuine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
I just didn't know if someone did like an edit thing.
Yeah.
Or if he actually done it.
You gotta ask nowadays.
It does defy belief that this would be the world we're living in. And I think the Greenland thing is actually serious.
Well, I mean, y'all are fixing to have some massive ass tariffs up your ass in Canada.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, Canada's not in a good place right now. I mean, I'm not talking about geographically, of course, but dude, it's like no one wants to drop the next budget because it looks horrible. And Trump is going to impose tariffs unless we go in with his demands, which I'm fine by the way. Like, I would love to be the 51st state. I think that would be freaking cool. Second Amendment rights, First Amendment rights. Let's go. We'd finally be able to say what we want. Has not a soul commented yet? No, Patrick, you're the first one tonight, if that is indeed your real account. I think it is.
I trust you. French ladyboy lover.
No, it's been quiet on the chat tonight. Usually we have some people. We do have someone on the Zap stream. So there was a Great Gazoo, but that's another platform, which is pretty cool. There we go.
I was just tired. I didn't even show up to last night's stream on frequency because I got home later. And then I was finishing editing that. Which, by the way, Clipchamp did not tell me that my storage, I didn't have enough for the video. So I had to like redo it or re-export it back so I can upload it.
I think you're in an abusive relationship with your video editing software, Billy Bob.
It annoyed me.
You got to upgrade to real software. Get some free software.
I can't. Yeah, you understand? I'm off of a laptop, not a great laptop.
I know. Me too.
But I just got the Creative Suite for the first time recently, the Adobe software. That's fun. It's nice to have good tools.
Do you do video editing as well?
A little bit, yeah. I put together. I probably haven't shown you this. I have a trailer for The Bounty of Satoshi.
Oh yeah.
Pull it up.
Pull it up.
Pull it
out.
So okay. Quick. I don't know what Satoshi is. That like a real, like based on a real thing or something?
So Satoshi, do you want to say it? I'll let you say it.
Satoshi is the pseudonym of the inventor of Bitcoin, and he's anonymous. Nobody knows who this person is, which is incredible. They managed to create this monumental technology that's worth tons and tons of money, and they've maintained complete anonymity for the last like 13 years, despite that a lot of people are trying to figure out who they are.
I have his phone number, 667-5309.
What if they turn out they're like a 9-year-old like Asian boy or some shit like that? You know, when they start this.
It's Satoshi is a common Japanese surname, and Nakamoto is a common like family name. But Satoshi means wise or wisdom or student, and Nakamoto is like the center. So it's like the wise student of the center. You can interpret it as. It's like John Smith of Japan, though. It's common.
So you're writing a story like a fictional story, but it's surrounding that, right?
Yeah, right. It's like we have no idea who this person actually is, so we can imagine any story we like that inspires us, and like making it a romance where it's a couple, a man and a woman. Just like the purpose is to try and connect with people emotionally, because. Right. We kind of figured that if you're going to be convinced by the technical argument for Bitcoin, you probably are on board already. But there's a whole bunch of people who don't fall in that category. So like we wanted to make something for everybody to touch everybody else's hearts. All right, I got the video.
Awesome. Pull it up here.
Sick. Let's see. Sure. Will it do the audio? Yes.
Yeah. And James, if you want to come up here, we do have a couple of questions about some AI stuff.
Cool.
All right. Can we hold on? Let me just pull. How do we full screen this? Billy Bob, you got the. Okay, this is better.
Okay. Oh. All right. This is long, so I'm gonna skip through it and I'll give you highlights. But you can. I'll give you the link as well if you want to see the whole thing.
And I think you can full screen it if you want.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, perfect.
You can tell where my video editing skills are at. This is just me like starting to learn how to do things. All right, so
I could barely just cut and publish.
Wonder, there's joy in all I see. I wonder what lies under these wild forces flowing free. Through energy and patterns, nature weaves her works.
Play up to the chorus.
Mathematics, we can with her converse. Indistinguishable from magic, fruit of science and industry, transforms ourselves from tragic to beacons of self-sovereignty.
So this young man, he's wanting to do good things in the world. He's happy. He's excited. He's gonna do great stuff, and he goes to work. And it's not what he expects.
To win the hand of state.
And this, by the way, is all the AI of like 6 months ago, so it looks shitty at this point. Like, it needs to be redone, and it will.
And is this audio AI as well, or is this?
Yeah, this is out of Suno.
Okay,
I'm filled with my mission.
If you also need help on the AI stuff, like I said,
Sorry, what was that?
So if you ever need like help on the AI or anything, James also does a lot of this stuff.
Yeah,
Cool.
James
Yeah.
is in the chat. Come up here if you can, James. Would love to ask you a few questions. But yeah, please continue.
Okay, yeah, all right. So
I expected there's something wrong within. My goodwill feels rejected. I fear I serve alone. If I can channel this power, perhaps I'll change.
so he's realizing that he's part of the problem, and he falls into despair. I need to cut this into a better trail, but just play up to the chorus in each one.
See what I've become. A tool made for attack. To venom has succumbed. My works have borne misery. Even while I sought for good, I spread ill will's hegemony. Cloaked in black falsehood. An instrument of evil is what I seem to be. I've done to people evil. I am ashamed of me. My works have borne misery.
I love that bass drop on that one. Okay, so he's.
Where shall I find release in that sure no love? My works have borne.
So he's in a dark place, and he's saved by an angelic vision.
You are mistaken.
And as anything in life, big titties will save you.
Again?
So as anything in life, big titties will save you.
Yeah.
For the lives your work has taken, you may yet make amends. Come away with me now, back to where we began. Take my hand, I'll show how from ashes we may yet learn, my son.
There you go. That's a taste. This full thing's 8 minutes long, and they're each like 2.5 minute long songs. And ultimately, what I want to do is I have music for all 12. I want to do better video. Like this is all meant to be kind of like a storyboard.
Well,
prototype.
you gotta keep these as well, because there'll be a time where you can't even reproduce these AI effects. Like there'll be a thing of a certain time and date.
That's an interesting point. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just interesting to see it evolve year by year like that. Dude, that's freaking awesome. And this is to be, you said, a kind of a rock opera towards the end. So is this is
Yeah.
already multimedia, because you've got a book form, you've got the AI kind of video that goes towards it as well. You got the songs that are. You're still working on the songs, correct?
Yeah. I've at this point I'm starting to work with real human musicians to record them. I've done all 12 songs.
How do you know they're really human though?
Because they're my friends. Like we we smoke together.
Yeah, we're gonna ask you again. How do you
Proof
know
of life.
human?
We're gonna have to get you to click on a checkbox to make sure you're human, TJ.
That's right. Which are these two images look kind of similar?
But I've done all 12 songs in 3 styles, with like that electronic style, and then a Broadway style, and a like acoustic guitar style. And I'm a shitty musician, but I'm learning how to play the guitar versions. And like ultimately, the vision is to have it on Broadway, just like absurdly, just a big goal. But like the steps along the way, the next thing to do, I think, if I can make music videos, little like 2 minute long, 2.5 minute long things, it's within the attention span of the social media age. I can easily put them on social media. but then use them at Bitcoin conferences is the way I really want to like put it out into the world and sell it to sponsors is be like, I'm going to bring this to Bitcoin conferences. We can play these videos as interstitial material between speakers, like as the stage is being changed over, just put this up in the
It
background.
could even be a featured event at one of the nights.
Yeah. So like you could screen it as a short film at the end of the day. And then at the dance party later, you can remix it into like, dance music. So I'm going to South Africa, and I'm like trying to refine the pitch. I just made an LLC to like be a little bit more serious about it. But I want to find sponsors who are like Bitcoin companies or Bitcoiners with money who want to just put their name on art, and like ask for sponsors and be like, do you want to put your logo on this thing? I'm gonna bring it to 12 Bitcoin conferences in the next year, and you could be a patron of the arts.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely people with money at Bitcoin conferences. I'll tell you that.
And like I'd really like to work with other people as well. Part of why I'd like to raise funds is so that I can pay people who have the skills. Like all my video editing skills are pretty new. It'd be awesome to work with people who do that sort of thing well, and artists who have like all of the skills that I don't have, and be able to pay them.
Yeah, because you sound like you have a vision inside you that's going to get out one way or another.
Yeah.
Like you're going to learn the skills, you're going to find the people, you're going to get it out
Right.
there and put it out into the world.
I might do it myself, and it'll take a really long time and be okay quality wise. Or I could like find some people who want to work on it with me, and then make it.
I mean, that's kind of the
faster.
spirit of what we do here. Like we're all kind of DIY authors / artists who have a vision and are putting it out into the world. Like regardless, no one to tell us no, right? It's like,
yeah, you can just do stuff.
You can just do stuff now. Like you want to show, you got to show. You want, and how did you get the spot to Africa? Were you already registered when you registered to?
I just asked, and I think having the spot at the El Salvador one probably helped. Like I sent it, I got through a referral kind of thing. It's always through connections it helps, right? I emailed I asked the organizers of the El Salvador one who's organizing the art, and they gave me the guy's name, and he was like, yeah, awesome, we can't pay you, but as long as you can pay your way. I was like, oh, you pay people? Is that an option? People get paid to be speakers?
Wait, you can get into that tier? Time. How do you get into that tier? Yeah, I know.
Someday maybe.
Well, Frederick, after you make Black Tarzan,
listen, NDA, you can't talk about that lawsuit.
They'll be paying you just to mention their show, right?
Billy Bob wants to create a comic book series about Tarzan, but it's a Netflix twist where Tarzan is actually black.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to end out well though.
I read Tarzan for the first time recently. And it's great, but it's shocking. Like it's definitely written by a Southerner in a different time.
It's also like, isn't it like it's pretty gory from what I remember? Like you
it was super violent. Yeah, Tarzan murdering people constantly. Like the garrote, like the noose, is his favorite weapon. It's like, oh god, wow.
Like that's what we need, because I'm pretty sure it's in public domain, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
That's what we need. We need a true adaptation of Tarzan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just go ahead and take it now. There's more and more things falling into the public domain.
I don't think it was Disney, but there was like a recent live action one. It was pretty bad. Like from, I want to say 7 years ago.
Of Tarzan?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good at making bad adaptations nowadays.
Oh, it's 2016. Who produced it?
That's a while back. That's like almost 10 years ago.
I just remember watching it and being like, wow, this is like it was bad.
Yeah. It's interesting to see bad, expensive art. Like somebody thought this was gonna at least work a little bit for long enough to bring it into production.
So what was the name of the movie? I always forget it. Battlefield.
Oh, that's different.
Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth, dude. That was micromanaged by David Miscavige.
Yeah, but how do you fucking shoot the movie in one angle the entire movie?
That's what I'm saying. He's a dwarf. He's the leader of Scientology. He's Tom Cruise's best friend because he makes Tom Cruise look tall. See what I'm getting at? But he's also the leader of this sect. Like he took power when the founder died, and he's been leading
it was
ever
Warner
since.
Brothers. That's who fucking produced that 2016 one.
Yeah, he was he was managing everything because Travolta was the star, and it was a shit show. Tom Cruise was pissed when that came out because it made the religion.
No shit, it was such a dog shit movie.
It's the biggest turd ever. Yeah.
Like I've heard that. Is it like bad enough to watch for like that purpose?
Yes.
Okay. It's so bad it's good. Like it's hilarious. Especially it's like
it's bad in every way. The acting is terrible. The writing is terrible. The fucking cinematography terrible.
Yeah, break out the popcorn.
The what did they use? The coloring over the tones.
Oh, the green filters and stuff.
Yeah, it looks terrible in that movie as well. They fucked it up. The entire movie, of course, is shot on what are they called? Is Dutch angle, right?
Yeah, when you slightly tilt the camera, sure.
Yeah, the entire movie shot like that.
It's artistic, Billy Bob. You don't
The
get art.
Entire movie. The only time it switches is to go from instead of what is it, left to right on the tilt, it goes right to left. That's it. That's the amount of on it, the angle. Dude, the whole plot is the aliens fought war with Earth and conquered it, right?
Are you talking about Scientology or the movie?
The movie.
Okay.
Because the aliens are looking for gold. Somehow these hyper intelligent species couldn't find out the fucking we're in America where all our gold stored.
Fort Knox.
Yeah. They couldn't find Fort Knox. Evidently.
Okay.
This hyper advanced fucking spacefaring species that wants gold.
Well, they were running on Apple Maps, clearly.
And like all the gold floating around in space wasn't going to do it for him, eh?
What about the asteroids? Right? I thought the asteroids were full of gold.
America's gold. You know?
Oh, right.
They couldn't find this giant. You know what? It would have been actually funny. They could have actually done a good twist where they actually get into the vault, right? And they find out there was never gold there to begin with.
Yeah.
All a while.
Oh yeah, that's the real kicker. Yeah.
Well, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Literally, anytime anybody ever says "I'll be right back," the cartoon song plays in my head from like after these messages, we'll be right back.
Exactly, and when we like typically change subjects here, we have this one.
Oh yeah, Transformers.
Yeah.
Now you're making me nostalgic for Schoolhouse Rocks.
Yeah, I kind of want cereal right about now. Those were the days, but I can't imagine like the kids growing up today don't have like Saturday mornings. You know what I mean? Like waking up
That's
to
just so weird to me.
Series of cartoons.
Yeah.
We're go. I had a little bit of echo. I think.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Caller, please turn your radio down.
There we go. In progress.
It was me.
All right, should be fine. There we go. All right. You were saying, Wrangler?
Cartoons.
Wranglers.
Oh, I was saying that that still surprises me that it just seems weird to me. Kids don't have that on a Saturday.
Right, exactly. Like everything's on demand now, so there's no waiting for stuff, right?
Yeah, I can see why. It was like it was the water cooler for kids. You get to school, everybody saw the Saturday morning cartoons, and you had something to talk about. And it's like kids don't have that anymore. I mean, maybe they do in the form of What do kids do nowadays?
They're on TikTok.
They shouldn't. Kids should
Not
not
belong.
No.
Right,
Kids should not be on TikTok.
It's going to be for sale tomorrow or soon. Something I hear. Not financial advice.
I'll buy TikTok and just change all the ads over to ads for my book.
Yeah, I think it's going to cost a lot. How much did Elon pay for Twitter?
40 billion.
Yeah.
How
much is TikTok going for?
I love that tweet when somebody was like, Musk was like, I love Twitter. And someone was like, you should buy it. And he's like, how much is it?
Is there a buy it now button?
Yeah.
Was it 4.2 billion or something like that?
40, I think.
44 last I heard, but those deals can.
No, he tried to have the number around 420.
As you should, yes. It's like Disney sold. Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney for about $4 billion, but like half of that was stock, right? So he's just got $2 billion in reality, and he's got $2 billion in Disney stock, which is I think gone down since.
Who?
George Lucas, old guy, used to do movies.
He has $2 billion in stock at Disney. What a horrible investment.
From the sale of
well, he has $4 billion. It was like
Star
$4.something billion is what he was paid for the rights.
And apparently he sold Star Wars because he wanted to fund movies he's making with his other companies.
That's not true.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not true. The fact is, he was really depressed because a lot of people shitted on him with the prequels, and then Bob Iger went, "Hey, let me put this finger up your butt and say, oh, why don't you give us the franchise, George? Get you some money."
Poor George. But he's defending them now.
Do you think it secretly was George said, oh, "Okay, I'll sell it to you, but you got to run this into the ground and make them miss me"?
No, because we do know that he originally gave them a script for the next trilogy that they were going to work on. They immediately threw it in the trash.
Yeah, didn't Bob Iger even put that in his book or something like that?
Yes. They immediately threw it away.
That's pretty bad.
I was like, oh, that's a stab. But then again, I don't care anymore. The prequels and originals, that's all that's canon to me.
Yeah, I downloaded the despecialized editions. You guys know about those?
Yeah. You know what's really stupid? Disney could have made easy money by releasing a version of the despecialized.
Yep. I mean, they
could have easily just paid the dude. Yeah.
Dude, like sometimes I wonder if this is a controlled demolition because it's like
pretty much, yeah.
There's undeniable incompetence, but it's like pushed to a.
But not of the company, but of our culture. They're not interested in making money. They're interested in cultural engineering.
Ooh.
Yeah, but they're losing eyeballs. It's not working.
But they don't care, and they're also happy to do the DI stuff because it's backed by BlackRock and China.
They pulled that this year, or I should say last year now. So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, we'll see. But a lot of that also has to do with China's encroaching of taking over the video game industry as a whole.
Dude, I was so surprised. Who was it that told me? I think it was James who said Tencent bought even Path of Exile 2.
Yes.
It's like they have everything. It's
but there's actually going to start.
They're a Chinese developer.
But they are starting to be put on blacklist now.
Tencent is?
Not Tencent, or maybe it was Tencent. It's one of the big ones. They're being put on a blacklist because a lot of their employees, like higher up employees, are working with the military, so they're able to be put on the blacklist. And plus, we're getting Trump back in office, so it's not going to be fun for China.
Yeah, things are about to get interesting. Whew.
So, but the only thing is, like certain companies, like companies outside of the U.S. aren't going to be affected by that. So Ubisoft's more than likely going to be bought out. But no one really cares because Ubisoft's shit anyways.
They've pushed back Assassin's Creed one more time. It was going to come out. Well, you might have heard of it. This might be old news, but yeah, that's not.
I pushed it back another month.
Oh, you know why they did that?
Yeah, because it ended up on a horrible ceremonial day in Japan. Like they got gassed or something.
I know the first delay was to February.
That was
so saying there's another
Valentine's
delay.
Day. Yep. Yes, because there was too much competition.
Yeah, because there's a little game called Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Which very, very much got people excited. And it is technically in the same type of genre as being like kind of a historical game. I say historical. And Ubisoft context with heavy quotation marks.
Oh, can we bring up TJ's how did you do this solo layout? There we go. All right, nice. We see you working with the projector now.
I'm working with Mohammed.
Oh, see, Billy Bob, you're gonna make him draw Mohammed and
see if I can kick my art career off with a
you're gonna make him risk his life for you, Billy Bob.
That's right.
Anyways,
you don't have to do anything Billy Bob tells you, TJ.
Well, I can make this even more I can find that clip of the Muslim lady saying Aisha and Muhammad was the greatest love story and everything, right?
There's only one kind of predator I like.
You stole that from Frequency, by the way.
No, I got it from Frederick.
That's right.
Man, that movie was really formative for me as a kid. I wanted to be an actor because I saw that movie and I was like, I want to be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'd be backed.
That movie is
working out.
So good.
Like, well, it's not happening.
Yeah,
that movie is better than it has any right to be. Like considering what it went through to get made, the fact that it was like kind of basically just an action movie, but it's so fucking poetic when you watch it now. Like when you analyze it, every victim of the Predator, member of the team, gets their unique death, like adapted to their own behavior. Basically, if someone, I think he treats the woman wrong and he gets killed before the woman, or the woman I think is let go freed. I believe it's been a while.
She's also hot.
She is. But so everyone gets like a custom death, which is very interesting.
Yeah, that adds a layer to it. Like, was the Predator watching and like designing the death for their predator?
You see
deep understanding of human culture and norms, and
he was analyzing. I don't know if you understood the contents, but he was definitely watching, analyzing, recording. For sure.
He studies his prey.
Yeah. I'm just now thinking that like maybe he's got a deep appreciation of human culture too, and he's like this jerk disrespecting women. He's gonna get it.
Yeah, he does, because everyone is kind of uniquely adapted. I can't list them off the top of my head, but and it's such a beautiful movie as well. Like when the fight at the end, Schwarzenegger versus the Predator. And when you see the initial. Because the Predator was originally going to be played by Jean-Claude Van Damme in a rubber suit, and it looks so horribly bad. And they had switched it last minute to what we now have, which is kind of miraculous.
I forgot the dude name. He's a black dude.
Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme left the project, and they brought somebody else who's, I think, taller and leaner or something like that.
Yeah, he was wasn't he a basketball player, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, or we're not mixing up Alien, are we? Because
no, the dude from Predator, he's a black dude.
Yeah,
look it up. And I think he was.
I think he was a wrestler
player because they wanted like him to be tall, like way taller than Arnold and them and humans. So they got a basketball player, of course, which they're like fucking 7 foot tall. So perfect, That reminds me, I just watched because I asked Animated Moon, he brought it up in one of his streams and stuff, so I asked him to send me the link. It was like a video on Fred Gwynn from the Monsters.
Oh, the old Monsters TV show.
Yeah, I also forgot that he played in My Cousin Vinny as the judge.
Oh, I never made that connection. That's amazing.
Yeah, because
that's all I could think of every time I saw him up there. Just Herman Munster's the judge.
But like the YouTuber was like going through it, like it was a video on like his life and shit, right? A bunch of interesting stuff. You know, he was an artist, right, Frederick?
What kind of artist?
Like an actual artist.
Like
he
a
done
painter?
like a bunch of kids' books and shit.
Okay.
Oh,
No, I didn't know that. I haven't even followed the Monsters. Like I was more of an Addams Family guy.
Spit on you.
I know.
I think he was also the judge in Jury Duty.
Yes. The Monsters.
Pauly Shore movie, Jury Duty.
Hold up. You know what? We're gonna leave this up. Frequency: Monsters or Addams Family?
There really is apples to oranges, though.
Yes, but now you're gonna have to choose one. That's the hard part.
Choose your path. Your destiny will be determined from your decision, of course.
Oh, that is such a flip a coin moment.
Because the Monsters were like classical Frankenstein, Dracula. They're the classical monsters.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be on the Addams Family side because I now recall I had a crush on Wednesday.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Wednesday herself would pick apart the Monsters. I'm sorry.
Listen, the Monsters is fucking better. I just don't understand.
Monsters are straight up more fun. Addams Family is a little bit deeper, more thoughtful.
Also, I forgot how much that show was getting away with in 1964. There's some a little bit raunchy jokes in there.
TJ said Wednesday was just too cool.
Yeah, and you had Cousin It and
Uncle Fester.
The Thing. Was it called The Thing, or am I mixing?
Yeah,
two?
well, you know what? They didn't have
This
a monster.
thing.
They didn't have a pet fucking dinosaur, did they?
They had a pet hand. Okay, which is even creepier.
Yeah, creepier, but not better. Also, they had a hot blonde.
Monsters did.
Yes,
Monsters
the cousin.
did, yeah.
She's like
The only normal
By the
one.
way, the this is where I say it gets a little bit like, all right. The entire family is like, oh, she's so fucking ugly. It's so nice for a boy to hit on her. And by the way, she's in like high school, and there's like these fucking 30 to 40-year-old men throughout the show hitting on her. And I'm like, is she supposed to be in high school?
It was a different time back then.
I know, but even then, I'm like, usually shows still at that time wouldn't do the stuff like that. And I'm like, this is a bit more raunchier than I think. You know, surprised they were able to get away with some of this shit. Also, Fred Gwynn was I'm sorry, he's a great actor.
That's the little kid who ended up playing the judge, right?
The little kid. No, he
was Herman Munster.
The main
Oh,
character.
he was the main character, Herman Munster.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the main character. He died from what was it? Prostate cancer.
Oh man.
I think at like the age 60 something.
That's kind of young.
He was only in his 60s?
Yeah, he's like 60 something.
Wow, he looked older than that to me.
Here, let me look it up.
I think he was
No,
playing.
you might be right. It's just I always thought he was in his 70s.
He was playing old characters throughout his life, so maybe he had a wig on for a long time.
Yeah, but he also came from a different time where people
Well, everybody looked
aged
older
a little
'cause-
bit quicker sometimes.
Yeah, everyone had whiskey for breakfast and cigarettes.
Every character he played that wasn't Herman Munster was either addressed as Judge or Grandpa.
And keep in mind, this is when like not everyone was getting like massive amounts of plastic surgery either.
And wasn't his character on the Monsters called Grandpa as well?
No, oh my god, not him. The main dude, Herman Munster. He's
The Frankenstein guy. Grandpa was a vampire that turned into a bat.
Right. Okay. So the guy that was playing the judge was the Frankenstein guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. I thought the main guy was the Dracula guy.
No, he's just the grandpa of the group.
But they did call him Grandpa. Okay.
Yeah, they called him Gramps. I don't think we ever find
Grandpa
out what his
Munster.
actual name is.
I knew I got something right in there somewhere.
And he was always trying to. He was experimenting on shit all the time.
Yeah. See, DJ, I use the same technique for one of my backgrounds in the comic book.
Yep.
Like I couldn't get the third point of perspective on the drawing table because it was a double page spread. It was too large of an image, and I had to break out the projector, put in the Google Earth. So Google Earth allowed me to find the prison in my story in Montreal, the mythical story of the mythical city of Montreal.
So
And,
frequency.
You.
The shirt. I will say one thing that is kind of messed up. I don't know if it's the drawing or they messed it up, but like the lettering on the bottom, her name is actually kind of fucked up coloring wise. Like it's actually really dark and stuff. Almost gone on that shirt.
The shirt I got, I'm seeing the same thing. It's like the details seem to be kind of washed out by the darkness.
Well, the rest of the image is fine. It's just like the name part for some reason is fucked. I don't know what happened.
What are you guys talking about?
So the shirts Frequency got for his second book.
Oh,
he
got
sent
some
me one
shirts
of them.
made. Okay.
It's the Sabrina one that I think Neutron Boar drew.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the Neutron Boar one, wasn't it? Frequency.
Yes, it was.
The rest of it's fine, like, or at least mine is. It's just when it gets to the bottom of the letters, I might hold up. I'm gonna finish this mission and I'll actually take a picture of it. But it's like the bottom part is like super dark and like the first letter in her name is kind of like barely there.
Yeah, well, the part of the S and the A at the ends is trimmed. That's how Neutron Boar did it.
I know. Super dark.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I shared it so you can point it out and see if it's the same or not.
Yeah, it's the both of them. But the problem is it's even way darker on the shirt itself, to the point where the S and the A are like really hard to see.
Wow, I didn't even realize. But yeah, I just don't think this. It's not going to print well. I've gotten a couple of shirts and I'm having there's inconsistencies on it. Some of the details just seem to be washed out. And I think just the nature of the design itself doesn't lend itself well to print.
It's unfortunate.
I think it's
a
just
nice image.
whoever's printing it.
Yeah.
What's
I think
that?
the design's fine. I think the design's fine for sure. It's just whoever's printing it. The rest of it's good. It's just the S and the A is real bad.
Yeah, so it fades too much on the print.
Yeah. Like I said, once I'm done with this mission in this game, I'll actually grab my shirt and I'll take a picture of it and you'll see. You'll see her big titties. Her tatas. See, Muhammad would be disgusted by this woman, right? BJ?
Too well developed.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got Mohammed.
Just
speaking of Mohammed, interesting. We're seeing your process here. Everything's taped up. You got the projector on to get your lines down.
Yeah, and
don't forget to put the demon eyes.
I'm spraying it with water now, and like sometimes just this much like has a really cool effect as the water does things with the pigments on the page, and I love it when I can just leave it that way. But often I'll do more brushwork to clarify things. This way, what's that?
You want how to make it more fucked up?
How?
Have her the reflection of Aisha in the the van,
glass.
just looking
Yeah,
mortified.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be good. Yeah. Okay. That could work.
Again,
right there,
You don't have to do anything he tells you. Use your own judgment.
Yeah, you know,
Please be
Aisha
advised.
with her, pet or blanket and her teddy bear.
It would get attention, that sort of thing these days, right? It's topical.
It would be so pissed.
Yeah, it's not always the kind of attention you want.
Yeah, no, probably not. They do tend to go a little overboard, don't they?
So you've got
They tend to, blow up really, really angrily.
Yeah, right.
You got a couple of. You're going to be expoing a couple of pieces in adopting in Africa, right? You were saying in Cape Town.
I'll bring my phone downstairs and I'll show you what I'm bringing.
Oh, you got them up here.
Tour my
condo tour.
Place.
Now, if I put this on a big screen, it'd be like one of those arcade roller coaster rides.
Oh, nice. Oh, this is going to be the whole display?
Yeah, so this is like 10 feet of display. And I asked them, like, is it okay if I take up this much room? And they're like, totally. So yeah, the first picture, like the first song picture, there's banners with the lyrics on them. And these lyrics, by the way, they're all in like a really tight poetic meter. And these are like all 12 of the images that are in the book, and I did them all on one sheet of paper or 2 sheets of paper.
Oh, you don't say. That's insane.
I thought that was kind of a cool flex.
It is. I respect that.
And then I've got QR codes with the 3 different styles of music with all 12 songs. So I'm hoping people will stand in front of this thing and scan the QR codes, put the headphones in and listen to it. And then here's the last one, another version of that one.
There she is.
Esperanza.
So that's not a reproduction. That's an original piece.
This is the original, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm about to roll it up in a tube and bring it to South Africa.
Interesting. So you travel by tube, rolling it up.
Yeah.
You're like I guess it's covered in protection or something. You've got like
I probably could refine the technique. I've only done this the one time in El Salvador, and it worked fine.
Okay.
This time I'm bringing scroll hangers instead of frames because the frames take up a huge amount of space.
They do, man, and the shipping is killer. Yeah. It's killer. I had to leave here. I had a double-page spread that was framed, and it was just like it turned the shipping from it would cost me anywhere from $500 to $1,000 just to ship.
Yeah.
So I dropped that one, brought the 2 smaller ones, and that was it.
That's insane.
I had to carry this tube with some frames.
Yeah, because they have a terrible shipping service over there. Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to fit everything in these for South Africa.
And when you bring those on with you or in a bag, it's pretty good setup.
I'll probably check it. Oops. I'm like a little bit nervous about checking bags ever, but
I understand you, man. Like coming back from El Salvador, and I had to stop in Toronto, get the baggage from there, and transfer them myself before I got into the transfer flight to Quebec. So it's a bit tiring. But it's gonna be one hell of a ride, right? You're coming from the West Coast, going all the way to Africa. That's got to be 20
flying
hours?
through London, 33 hours.
33 hours.
It's 6 hours in London. Yeah. I'm trying to look at it as like a good opportunity to focus on something for a really long time. Like I get some music to write and stuff. So I gotta,
Yeah, that's wild.
The furthest afield I've ever been, for sure.
But the planes are better when you're crossing the ocean. Like they got more leg room.
Yeah, I'm still in coach though. So
yeah, but even in coach, you're much better than coach. And when I was coming from El Salvador to Toronto, all the planes were just so. Yeah, my knees were, and I'm not even that tall. Like I might be a little bit tall, but just like an inch, just a hair above average, maybe. But damn,
You're a midget, Frederick. What are you talking about?
I'm taller than you.
You're like, no, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I'm pretty short.
That was a lie.
I'm like that. I'm 5'6". I fit perfectly in airplane seats. Honestly, I'm pretty comfortable with.
There you go.
So frequency, this is what it looks like.
You have to look on the positive side. Yeah,
it's really
doesn't look bad, does it?
Yeah, but like this,
the S's are the S and the A are almost faded away. There,
I understand like a little bit's from the light reflection off of the shit they use for the image.
Yeah, but I mean, you could
it's a
really
little bit brighter, but actually in
the
person, it's even darker than this.
Yeah.
The rest of it's fine. It's just, I guess Neutron Bohr, you probably should have him actually have that just be a full color, not have it fade off because that actually hurts. Like you can't even see the A. Look at that.
Yeah.
Barely see it.
Yeah, you're printing ink on what? On black t-shirts?
Yeah.
So you have to make sure the colors are bright, I guess. Got to CMYK those colors and all that.
That's right. Now back to Muhammad.
So, all right, are there images of Aisha? Do we know what she looks like? I'm just scared.
I mean, you could probably find some shots of Aisha.
Aisha was a singer too, wasn't she? She's like a pop star.
Yeah, but this Aisha was 6 years old to 9-year-old.
Yeah, so maybe we could just use the pop stars' childhood pictures. Soon.
And that's how TJ went flying to the moon from a
a
bomb. He went to the sky. With his draw Muhammad.
I lost the Muhammad cam.
Oh, can we still see it? Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
so
it's frozen.
Do you have any plans for the for a second book? I know you're still working on the first one. You're building music. You've been working on a documentary, but
I've got a couple things. I'm working on a bigger art book of just all the stuff that I've done over the last few years. The Bounty of Satoshi, I included in the appendix a fair number of other works that were kind of inspiring it. But I've gotten over the last, as I've been painting since COVID, I got serious about it. I've got a huge backlog of inventory, and some of it's good. So I'm working on a book to showcase all of that beyond the Satoshi thing. And I just got permission from the Burning Man organization to use some of I did some paintings from photos I took there in 2022, like of the temple and the Mayan warriors, big art car. And like it by default, you're not allowed to make any art of any images or publish them or sell them, really is the thing, of any Burning Man stuff without permission. And they gave it to me, so I can put that in my book. But and then the other thing, I spent some time with my dad over the holidays working on a project with him. That's like, it's turned into a really like touching, sweet thing. I illustrated a book of his poems. Copy. And
so we got a second generation poet here.
My dad's poetry has like, he's been writing poetry a long time, and it's usually pretty cringe. Like his grasp of rhyme and meter has improved a lot recently. Like the stuff that he's put out is like, it like suddenly sounds really good. And I put it through Suno, the music making AI, and like gave it a little bit of structure to put it like verse, chorus, verse kind of format. And what came out is good. Like, it's actually really good. I find myself waking up to my dad's songs playing in my head, and they're like, I'm appreciating his poetry in a totally new way, and like seeing the beauty in it where I was before not.
Frederick,
that's pretty
cool.
cool.
You know what that means, right? You know which one you need to play now.
What?
Gotta play the Christmas song.
Oh, do I still have it? I might have removed that Christmas song. Yeah, that's removed, man.
Why'd you remove it? You fucking.
Because we're not Christmas anymore.
Hold
Hold
up.
on. Is this
Put
it?
it into.
Yeah, no, I cleared the Christmas song.
Go to the channel on YouTube. Pull up the YouTube of the what was it, Tree Fitty, the 50 Cent one.
I mean, why you do it?
Now I'm playing the game. You do it. Dude, Frederick.
I'm drawing here. Can't you see I'm drawing?
Listen.
Hold on. I think we can find something.
Listen, you gotta pull it up. Pull it up. Have you heard of I Ruin Everything? My channel?
No.
The
He
music.
takes
Oh,
two
yeah.
things and mixes them together.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The bitches ain't shit. The tricks and hoes.
Yeah, he knows it. Yeah.
Yeah, but not just that one. Have you heard the 50 Cent one?
I don't know.
It's not as good, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
I don't.
Pull it up. It's actually better in my opinion.
There's
Mainly
another one. Yeah, maybe it's cold outside.
Yes. Yeah.
Put up, Frederick. Put up.
Hey, we got Johnny Scab in the chat. How you doing, Johnny?
Oh.
Johnny's starting a new stream with the club of top hats. I'm butchering it, but you gotta have a top hat to be in the club. So
French butchering stuff.
Hey, let's not get into French English situation here.
Listen. Yeah, y'all can't really say much. Y'all eat snails, okay? Snails.
Escargot is great. What do you know?
Snails.
You're lacking culture down there in
Everything.
Tennessee.
The one thing you don't need to eat is snails.
You eat at McDonald's, okay? So you can't give me lessons on what to eat.
You have McDonald's in Frenchland too, dumb fuck. You can't even say anything.
I don't eat at McDonald's.
Okay. And?
Just saying.
And McDonald's offers an awesome service: free bathrooms and Wi-Fi's to travelers.
That's right.
You don't. Well, you got to go inside for the bathroom, but you don't even have to go inside for the Wi-Fi.
That's pretty good. Yeah, same with Tim Hortons here in Canada.
Oh, we used to have those around here. They made some good sandwiches.
Yeah, people go crazy over them over here, but they're kind of. I mean, they got good donuts.
Oh, you even got to eat our barbecue here, so you can't say shit.
The what barbecue?
Barbecue.
Do you have any best eaten up there?
No, Bessie, I don't know.
Did you just say Betsy?
No, best eaten.
No, I think Frederick thought you said Betsy.
Best eaten. Don't know that. We don't have the same chains all the time. Sometimes we do, like Red Lobster. You guys have Red Lobster, right?
Yeah. So we used to have a bunch where I used to live, and they all shut down and got bought up. The buildings all got bought up and became Tim Hortons down here.
Yeah, they're closing them up. Even
yes, because Red Lobster is going under.
They were getting taxed a lot over here as well. Like they closed in Quebec and stayed open in Ontario and some spots.
We don't have Pizza Hut in this state anymore.
We got Mike's over here. They had they had Wendy's in El Salvador, if you could believe it. They had McDonald's, Wendy's, Mike's.
Hey, I went to El Salvador. Let me get a taste of the local cuisine.
So
Wendy's.
It's not local cuisine.
Well, it's either that or snails.
No, they don't have. I don't think I've never seen snails in El Salvador, but apparently, like when they've got a important day celebration type thing, it's pizza day. Like they'll eat pizza on as a celebratory meal.
Oh yeah,
I can get behind that. Celebrate pizza time.
Yeah, I mean, sure, why not?
Listen, it was the rage in the what was it, 80s for Japan when they just got like a pizza delivery.
Is that so?
Yes. Yes. What are you doing, TJ? You see, you're focusing on something. You're focusing.
I'll show you. Where did you go?
What are you imposing like a digital Aisha or some shit onto that fucking reflection? I think that's what you're doing.
Yeah, can you see that?
Oh yeah, let me bring it up.
I lost the other camera, but I'm about to project her into the window.
Oh god.
Sweet. It's crazy what you can do now.
Yeah. Oh, here, actually, check this out. I can show you. You're asking about the other stuff I'm doing.
Yeah, second book and other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the art book that I'm working on. This long string of things here.
It's not a small thing. Yeah.
Yeah. There's the Bounty of Satoshi. I've compressed into fewer pages. Some background material from that. Some El Salvador shots. I did these in from the first trip that was in El Salvador.
Oh.
Just north of El Zante. Oh, and these are kind of cool. It's inspired by like what was going on in El Salvador at the time. There's 3 here. Where like the pass, they're under siege. Where like this lion is the state besieged by these thieves, pirates with big knives, and this like jungle wildness behind him. And then the present, where the state is rising up, and it's like this scary monster, but it's cradling this infant tenderly. It's like the birth of the new nation.
Oh, that's intense shit right there, man.
And then the future, where the feathered serpents are like a Mayan creation myth thing. They're like chasing away the demons, and it's becoming a global financial symbol. It's like all the world's currencies melding into a bee. Bitcoin.
Nice.
Listen, I know Dora. You know what? You know, be the greatest like mock thing of. I know Dora's Mexican. You know.
Yeah.
But you have her in like a SSR uniform, right? And she's doing like state propaganda.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that'd be good. Yeah, as a painting, yeah. Fun.
Oh, I recognize Michael Saylor there. Oh, Efrat.
Efrat, yeah.
Efrat. Yeah, I met her a couple of times. She was always at the hotel restaurant because I was always there too. But
she, I was.
Are you saying you were stalking her, Frederick?
Something like that. Accidentally stalking someone by accident.
Yeah, you made a mistake. You didn't even get with that police officer chick.
She was beautiful. She was.
I was pretty pleased with this portrait of Efrat. Like, it's pretty dead on her.
Yeah.
She was offended when I gave it to her.
She was offended.
Yeah, and I've heard it's risky to do portraits of women because they just pay real close attention to their appearances. Like, she saw something in the portrait that she didn't like. Like, her little daughter was there. She's like, "Is that you, mommy?" And she's like, "It's supposed to be." It was like, "It looks like you, sweetheart."
Well, you know why, right?
Whoa.
Is that why?
They're actually starting to see the imperfections.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
that's why.
Likenesses are hard. Like I don't even do likenesses anymore. Like I hate doing it because it's so difficult.
Well,
it's so
I
difficult.
can tell you what, with the projector, it's less hard. This one, Alejandra, she's
but you got to get the lines right in a couple of places, like the mouths and like the women. You have to do very little lines. That's usually the way to go.
This line right here says I'm an old woman line.
Yeah, you.
Alejandra,
you gotta make them prettier, or they'll stab you in the face. You know,
you gotta. You got to put them through the beauty filter on Photoshop before you project them. That's the trick.
This one was Maya from Suriname. She's a presidential candidate. She was happy with her portrait. She's like, once we win the election, maybe you could commission you to do a piece with like a phoenix or something.
There you go.
Frederick,
you win some, you lose some.
I might have to send you a picture. My mother had like a picture of her and her sister, right? But it got damaged and stuff. So she gave like references and stuff and all the other stuff for an artist to actually go back there and reconstruct it. It's done pretty good. And it actually came out quite good.
Nice.
That's cool, man. Yeah, they do incredible restorations now. Like it's
Well, this was like, I want to say maybe 9 years ago it was done. And it wasn't that expensive to get done, have it done.
No, well, it's common
It
tools
came
in
out pretty good.
Photoshop now. It all depends on the skills of the person you're hiring.
These mountains, I'm in Seattle, and Mount Rainier here is really stunning. Like there's mountain ranges all around, but this is like 3 times higher than them. It's completely covered in glaciers. It's a big dormant volcano. And there's a Lake Washington, just like 5-10 minutes from my house, with a clothing optional beach on it that I love to hang out at. And I sit here on this rock over here and meditate and stare at the mountain.
No shortage of nude models then.
Yeah.
All right, TJ, put on your afro and you can become Bob Ross now.
He's got the afro right off to the side.
I swear to God, if he pulls out a fucking afro wig, he's like, oh,
there you go.
My God.
It's the red afro.
I got this for the Satoshi project because like the orange hair is like the.
So now you're like Bob Ross is like a soulless twin, right?
Yeah, you got to do little like that's your destiny, man. You got to do like little streams of videos.
No. Seriously, that's what you do. You got someone else to help you record, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Do it exactly like the Bob Ross one.
Oh.
But it's Muhammad as well.
Oh
Like
dear
it's
God.
Muhammad.
Somebody was suggesting I do this a while back, but naked also. Just do naked.
what?
Naked Bob Ross.
Naked Bob Ross?
It's because I like to hang out at a nude beach, you know.
Well, that'll get you noticed.
It's my
I mean, you can do it as long as you're not showing your dick. I think you can still upload it.
Make sure your store is set up before you go viral. You know, and when I say go viral, I mean on the internet.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You know what? That would actually make it blow up. A redhead Bob Ross impersonation, nude on a beach, drawing Muhammad.
It's a striking image.
Trying to tempt Aisha.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's working on many levels there.
I got a bunch of festival pictures. My ex-girlfriend, for the last 2 years, I was dating this woman who's awesome, like veteran burner. She's been 15 out of the last 20 years to Burning Man. And she took me to a bunch of festivals. A lot of fun, way too much fun. I eventually had to leave the relationship because like I need to like focus on doing life. This is too much. We went to Austin for the eclipse.
Why does that look like Carrie Fisher?
Which one? This one?
Yeah, the right. Yeah.
Yeah. Her name's Lizzie. She's my drug dealer.
Well, you know what? It still works out for Carrie Fisher. You know?
Yeah, she could have been. Yeah.
we went to Austin for the eclipse. We rented a mansion with like 40 burner people and did acid and other stuff while the eclipse happened.
You know what the greatest thing about Carrie Fisher, right, Frederick?
Hold on, he's telling a story. Go on.
That's it. There's lots of sub stories, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Drugs in Austin.
What you were going to say, Billy Bob, about Carrie Fisher?
Yeah, her tits. Like, there's like 300 copies of photo print tits out there of hers. Return of the Jedi.
Oh, yeah.
Because when she was wearing the slave Leia outfit, it was nothing.
Nip slips, yeah.
No. She got tired of everyone like trying to check out her body and shit. Because she wasn't wearing anything underneath there.
Right. So you're saying she took it off?
No, she got tired of it. So she, when she told the story, she was like, yeah, so I just went into the room and put my tits on the copy thing and just gave it out.
She gave pictures out so people would have something to stare at besides her. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's funny.
Check it out. These ones are the temple from Burning Man in 2022.
Oh, yeah.
I did it at the same angle in 4 lightings. Daytime blue and pink, and the lighting changed during the night from blue to pink, and then on fire.
Did you ever go on the Twitter Spaces for the art community on Bitcoin with Florencio and
yeah, actually once.
Rebel? Yeah.
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool as well.
I need to connect with them again.
I saw. I was going to say saw, but it's a Twitter Spaces. So I heard there was one artist once who was on there, and he paints like Federal Reserve and other banks on fire.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was talking about a whole process where he does color first instead of line first. And there's this whole school, and he was going into this aspect of it. And I'd never heard of that concept because naturally I'm always line first as a comic book artist,
Yeah.
color second. But you're kind of approaching it from a color as well. Like color is very important in your
Come
work.
to think of it, yeah, I'm laying down the colors, and then I'm like I'm refining the lines as I go, and like I kind of find the darkest lines are the last ones that I'm doing.
Yeah, and water painting, you always go from light to dark.
This is my friends Katie and Michael in front of a waterfall in the Yalapa. They're not actually having sex, but they could be. And
could be when you turn your back around. Yeah, that looks like very much classic art. You know, you get those traditional subjects there.
These ones, I have a friend who's older. He was a Vietnam vet, and he was writing his memoirs. And I did some illustrations for him from photos that he took in Vietnam. So, rice paddy, and himself. This is him getting reprimanded by a sergeant or something.
He's got a picture of himself getting reprimanded.
I was like, "How did you get a picture of yourself getting reprimanded?" He's like, "Well, I knew it was coming, so I gave my camera to a buddy." And he,
oh my god, man, that's like pre-Twitter, you know. It's like
playing pool.
Yeah.
This is one of the first things I actually got a commission for. This guy paid me to paint him and his girlfriend in Leon.
Because do you paint in public? You said like you painted El Salvador on location, but do you mean like you take photos and then you go back to your room and do it in your room?
I mostly do it that way. I like to do plein air, but it you know, the production quality is far less.
Wind and you got
with watercolor, it just takes a long time. You got to wait for it.
Yeah,
unless you have a heat gun, that speeds it up a lot.
Yeah. So you're producing even when you're traveling. So did you do like any art while you were in El Salvador last time, or do you plan to do art in Africa while you're there?
In Africa, yeah, I definitely didn't do so much this last time in El Salvador. I was focused on showing what I had,
right.
Yeah, I mean, I carry a watercolor notebook that I for years, and I've got a stack of watercolor notebooks that are kind of like a journal. I'll take pictures. I'm taking pictures on my phone and then coming back to my studio and painting them. This was me in Mexico a couple years ago. When I quit my job, I stayed in Mexico for a couple months and practiced Spanish and yoga. This is my grandpa.
Never been to Mexico, yeah.
It's fabulous. My grandpa just died a couple years ago. I did a series of portraits of him.
Yeah, it's important to capture your family as well.
This lovely naked lady is the first art model I've ever hired. I took her to that same nude beach. Actually, this is at that same beach.
She knows how to pose.
Yeah, she's a pro, literal pro for a long time. This was a huge leveling up for me in art to actually hire somebody to do a bunch of photographs from.
Oh, we should have had Tim Kage on.
Yeah, he's our friend who's learning to draw as well.
Yeah,
he was doing what was it? The fucking nude women.
Torsos, yeah, correct.
I took a bunch of shots of
yoga pose.
Yeah, listen, he's really prepping for the Foxy drawing, Frederick. I'm telling you.
All right, looking forward to it.
These are all me, and I did this with not a projector, but there's like the old school technique that Vermeer used. I forget what it's called. The camera
obscura.
Camera lucida. It's a half silver glass that you can see through, so you can like look at an image and see it on the paper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I did that with some like native dancers.
Yeah, those are dope. You got the good movements in there. You could even animate those, I suppose, right?
Yeah, it is like a sequence.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
that'd be cool. All right, I can't believe I haven't done that. all right. This next thing I do.
You got the material.
Yeah.
I love those colors, man. That's the thing. Is the first thing that hits you is beautiful, beautiful colors.
Yeah. I color first. I guess it's true. I've taken not a lot of art classes, but the one watercolor class I've taken Like she had you make a color wheel. And it was like you can make all of the colors with these three, the primaries. Now you'll never need green again.
Yeah, but you'll save a lot of time if you got those colors you need handy. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, this was
That reminds me.
my ex. This is probably my favorite thing I've ever done. She's a flight nurse,
That is nice. Yeah, you gotta.
and it's like
The
this,
eyes are clean.
I like this kind of pixelation you get when I'm using watercolor pastel like crayons and scumbling over the surface of rough watercolor paper. And like this is barely touched with a brush. Like this part is totally raw. There's a little bit of brush work in here, but it gives a sense, like a real, especially in person, a 3D effect in a way that's kind of alarming.
That's cool.
Reminds me, Frederick. I got to color your page.
That's right, man. You got a deadline coming up. We gotta set a deadline.
That's right. I'm gonna get my box of crayons out wherever they are.
You gotta print it out.
Yeah. I have to check to see if the printer even works. Don't remember if it does.
The whole pipeline. Oh,
Yeah.
those are the songs by your father.
Yeah, these are There's 12 of these here, and I spent some time with him over Thanksgiving, like 2 weeks. And his health is getting worse, and he thinks he's going to die in the next couple of years. So like, I feel like I need to spend time with him. And
Oh man, I hear you. Yeah, my dad's been having hard health issues lately as well.
Yeah.
So it's important to spend time with your loved ones.
yeah, it's kind of an epiphany for me. I was like, oh, I need to make time for this. This is an important thing. It's not like an afterthought. We spent a couple weeks together, and he's a budding watercolorist. Like a couple years ago, I was just as I was getting started, I visited him and just doing stuff. Actually, plein air in a canoe on a river in Minnesota, Minneapolis.
You were painting on a canoe?
Well, we just got off and sat on the bank, but yeah.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
But he like really latched onto it. Like all through COVID, he sent me a postcard a week that he painted, and then like it's really just getting started kind of art. But so I went and hung out with him over Thanksgiving, and we did all of this art together. Almost all of this is we did it like as an instructional thing where he did one, I did one. This is all mine, but he did versions of most of these. These are all his kids.
That's you, right?
Yeah, that was me. This is my older sister. Well, she's younger than me, but as a child. Yeah.
She's beautiful in the drawing. Good catch, man.
This is also El Salvador. This is kind of a funny story. My dad was having brunch somewhere, semi-fancy hotel. This woman asks if she can sit next to him, smoke. They strike up a conversation. He's 65, looking his age, not great, but he's very gregarious. And like this woman striking up a conversation with him, he's like, cool, this is working. This might go somewhere. And he's like, so you're from here? And she's like, yeah, but from 1955. He's like, how do you mean? She's like, I'm a time traveler. I came here to meet you. He's like, oh, okay. This conversation's going a different direction. And she's got this like really far off look in her eyes as she's staring at the fountain. Yeah. Anyway.
How did this story end? How did this time traveler?
That's what this poem is about. And he left her to never physically enjoy company, though keeping time his thoughts hold her. There you go.
Wow.
That's how it ends.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
that's intriguing concepts in there.
That's the thing that I'm working on next. Publishing that as an art book.
Oh man, that's freaking dope. Love it. Love the creativity. Very unique style and techniques, and you're going places. Literally, adopting Bitcoin next week.
Yeah,
it's freaking astounding, man.
Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, like best of luck to your expo. Are you going to be selling some pieces, or is just display?
I'm kind of I'm imagining that I will sell them to sponsors is my like fantasy, or like if you want to like
you're going to lay the groundwork and meet people and get things happening.
Yeah, so I probably won't put a price on them, but like I'd like to use it as a conversation to like get
Well,
that.
dude, you already got a bunch of the speakers pre-drawn. That's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, who does that? Like, you have you just go up to people. Of
I was
course,
gonna
not.
do. There's like 40 of them, and I've done. What is this? 9, and I can do 8 in a day if I like don't do anything else. So like I still could conceivably do the rest of them.
Yeah. And message to Efrat, that did look like you. I picked it out from the far away, and I could tell it was you. So
Did you message her?
No, I'm just telling her now live.
Okay, good.
So you look beautiful in the picture.
Yeah, she was really. Yeah, I was really hoping to capture her beauty. And
there you go.
Sorry that she didn't like it.
That happens sometimes. You win some, you lose some. You can't win them all. It'd be too easy. But you don't want life to be too easy. You get complete.
Yes, that's when you learn.
Right.
Just make it like make her look like a supermodel. That's what you gotta do.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's sure not. That's what you gotta do.
And that brings us to the end of our show.
Right.
And we have a portion of our show where we call Shill Time, where we all head out and prepare to give our everything we promote. So we got a little clip for our Shill Time. Let's go with Deadpool here.
Hit it!
Fucking shit! Oh, there they are. Look at these gorgeous sons of bitches.
There we go. And that's everyone here. So this is the part of the show where we shill. We tell the people where they can find us, what we're selling, what we're working on. And DJ, since you're tonight's guest, we'll start with you. Where can the good people find you? Where can they get your book and follow what you're doing?
Find The Bounty of Satoshi on Amazon. Just search that, Bounty of Satoshi. You can find me on X. TJ De La Playa is my name. And all of the content in The Bounty of Satoshi is published to the Twitter feed, so you can see it there and get a sample of it.
Amazing. Awesome. Wrangler.
Hey, you can find my stuff on Amazon, Haley Star Bad Kitty and Bad Kitty Haley's World. And you can find a follow-up to that on my Substack under Frequency Studios. You can also follow me on the social medias. There's the X Twitter, Minds, Truth, and Blue Sky, all under Frequency Studios. And you can see my YouTube channel, Wrangler. Channel search Wrangler212 should pop right up. And there we do a show every Monday night, Weekly Wing It.
With a lot of the people that you see on this stream as well.
Yes, sir.
Billy Bob Sack.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, you got a YouTube channel as well. Though you deny it, you are a YouTuber, my friend.
Yeah.
And we've got what do you call it? A review of Rook's Exodus, comic book from Image Comics that we've been reviewing since issue number 1, and number 4 is out since today, right? Was it yesterday? Or was it today? Yesterday. So watch that. It's very good. We're getting almost professional level here, people. And that brings us to the end of our show. So thank you very much, TJ, for joining us and being the first guest to our live art stream with me. So that's been amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This has been a lot of fun and really nice talking to all of you.
Awesome, man. You're welcome anytime you have something to promote when your second book is coming out or your documentary. You can come back here anytime and tell us about it.
Fabulous. I'll do that.
Awesome, man. And that's it for tonight. So thank you very much, everybody. Au revoir.
Have a great night, everyone. God bless.
Assalamu alaikum.
The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. So long, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, 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 goodbye.
Hello, Bitcoiners. Thank you very much. Hello. It's good to be with you. It's good to be with you.